Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today is another 2020 election prediction between Sherrod Brown of Ohio. He is seen by many as a moderate Democrat, which I think ultimately, if the Democrats want their best chance to beat Trump, they should go with a moderate candidate, not a conservative like Bill Clinton was, but more of a moderate. I think if they nominate a progressive, it could be very, very close. Um, and I'm also very happy because 270 to win brought the format for the Senate maps and stuff for the map color palette, and they brought tilting to like presidential decisions, which I'm very happy about. Um, all the states that are safe or likely usually um, are filled in their respective categories. There is one state that I would like to add to the likely column, and that's Nevada for the Democrats. I really think that it's going to be a very hard time for Trump to get Nevada. It voted for Hillary when it was expected to vote for Trump, and so many other things. Um, the Republicans were blown out of the water by around 4 or 5 points in Nevada races, where it was really close in 2016. So the state is trending more and more Democratic, and I think it will continue that trend. Um, Now let's go over to leaning Republican. Georgia's a little bit. I think Sherrod Brown could have a little bit of a good movement in Georgia, perhaps, but ultimately I don't think you would get enough backing. Um, Maine second district is fairly in Trump's hands right now, for sure. It could be close. It'll definitely be closer than the crazy margin that happened in 2016. But right now, I do see it landing in Trump's column again. And the closest leaning state, North Carolina. North Carolina likes fiscal conservatives. Trump is definitely that. Sherrod Brown could do well in North Carolina, but ultimately I think Trump would have just enough of a cushion to keep him to keep North Carolina red. Now over to the leaning Democratic states. We have New Hampshire. I think it would be by more of a margin than it was in 2016. Maine overall would go to the Democrats, closer than usual. Um, but ultimately, I think it would stay that way. Um, Arizona is another state that's turning more and more Democratic. The Senate race this in 2018, if that's anything to go by, Republicans are going to really be sweating. Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, Texas even. But Texas, in my mind, against Sherrod Brown is probably good for the Republicans. Um, Also leaning Democratic in this case. Minnesota, the state that's voted Democratic the longest of any state in the Union, would stay with the Democrats. And we have a flip. Arizona was a flip, and Iowa, in my mind, would flip to Sherrod Brown, who has a strong Midwestern appeal. He's from the state of Ohio. I'll get to where Ohio lands in a minute because I think it would be very, very close. Um, but right now, I do see that Iowa would go to a candidate that can pull from this area of the country. Tilting Republican, the state of Florida. Currently, I've gotten burned twice on predicting Florida for the Democrats. Um, in my mind, Trump's approval is underrated in Florida. He's a positive approval rating right now in Florida, over 50%. If that holds up, I find it hard to believe that over 50% of Floridians would approve of even like Sherrod Brown. Um, and let's take a look here. Ohio, ultimately, I believe, would stick with President Trump. Ohio's looking pretty good for Trump right now. The way that the best way Democrats could get Ohio is if they had a moderate candidate from Ohio, which would be Sherrod Brown. But even in that situation, I'm starting to think that Ohio might be a little bit out of their reach. Iowa's definitely within their reach because Trump currently has a negative approval rating there. But Ohio is looking, I want to say it's around 5 point favorability for Trump. And if that holds up, Sherrod Brown, he's won the state before. That's why I'm saying it would be so close. But ultimately, I think Trump could channel 2016 in a way. In all three Rust Belt states, I would say would go tilting Democratic. Trump barely won all three states against a very, if we have to be honest here, not the best candidate in Hillary Clinton. She turned off a lot of voters. Sherrod Brown, he turned on a lot of red voters in Ohio. He got reelected. And ultimately, I think that energy could carry over. So if Sherrod Brown decides to run and gets the nomination, my current prediction would be Sherrod Brown 295 to Trump's 249 electoral college votes. So thanks for watching this video. Be sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also join us on the subreddit, JPC Reddit. And I will see you all later.